Auto Obsessed here. What do we do to preserve or restore the look of older high-value vehicles? This here is my 2006 Lamborghini Gallardo. The car has been and is very important in our business. As we've come up over the last decade, this Gallardo is where we tested and learned the capabilities of different detailing products. We came up with new techniques, and products were even created based on what we experienced with this car. For anyone who wants like new concourse level detail, this is what we've done to protect it. This is what we've done to keep it up. What do we want to achieve here? At the end of the detail project, the car should look brand new. That's it, full stop. That's what we're going for. This is a full restorative detail. We're going to remove all the old paint protection film. It's yellowed, it's scratched. We're going to replace parts, decontaminate every bit of the paint, polish the paint to a brilliant shine, wash and restore the undercarriage, take care of the windshield, new grills, new Lamborghini emblems, and even new wheel lug nuts. Replacing parts that are worn, lost, broken, or are looking weathered from the usage over the years. We're gonna bring it back to an absolute brand new look and feel while protecting it as much as possible to allow driving and enjoyment, yet still always having a new looking car. First step, removing all the old paint protection film. This car has had film on it since the day it was born, and the last film on this car was installed in 2017. The PPF did its job. It protected the paint from the years and the mileage the car was used for, but you can see that the film from that time has yellowed noticeably and it's looking tired. We have to use a number of techniques and products to safely remove the film, such as using heat, adhesive removers for the glue residue that's left behind. Being very careful not to damage the original paint and any of the trim in the process. It is a painstaking and lengthy process. All right, now that the old paint protection film has been fully removed, we are back to bare paint. Now we move on to the decontamination wash. And in this particular case, we don't have to do all the stages that we normally do because the entire car was already covered in paint protection film. So we don't have the iron, the tar, the exhaust residue buildup on the paint like we normally would. It's on the paint protection film, which we've removed and already discarded. We still have to do a very thorough wash with a strong shampoo to remove any remaining residues. We also want to get into all the gaps around any crevices, door jambs, hood jambs, etc. to make sure all the areas are perfectly clean so we can have the best prep surface for polishing. We always use a multi-bucket washing method with several microfiber wash mitts to ensure that we don't add any additional damage to the painted surfaces. It is very easy to damage the painted surface from unwanted debris that made its way into the washing process, which could potentially leave damage that might not be removable. So for the time it takes to do it properly, we would never take the risk. With a perfectly clean, decontaminated surface, we're going to disassemble certain parts of the car to get better access for some additional cleaning, paint correction polishing, and eventually installing new paint protection film. We removed the rear bumper, all the grills, all the emblems, then cleaned and reviewed all the parts to see which parts would need to be replaced with OEM Lamborghini parts. Over the years, the gold on the Lamborghini logos wear out, and if you didn't replace them, it would stand out against the perfectly polished, detailed, and protected car. So in my opinion, it's a must-do. Undercarriage detailing. This, of course, would not be a priority for many people or for the majority of cars, but this situation is definitely not the norm. This is the perfect time to spend a few more hours, make sure that the underneath is brought up to date to match the rest of the car. We start out with a soap wash, scrubbing and getting into the areas we can reach. We focus on some of the details that can be seen in the wheel wells and the engine bay. Once all the areas are washed that we wanted, we go ahead and dry the areas and do any final detailing that's needed. With the wheels off, we're able to now remove any tar, brake dust, and any old wheel weight adhesive. This all ensures that the rims are completely clean inside and out, including the back of the spokes and the barrels. The wheels are now ready to apply ceramic coating. This will help keep the wheels cleaner longer and make it easier to wash them during maintenance washes. Let's keep going. We have to take care of the convertible top. This is a black canvas convertible top, and it's in very good condition because it's always been protected and given the proper maintenance procedures. But the convertible top protection wears away after a couple years, so we're going to clean and protect this convertible top again to make sure it looks like the rest of the car and it's fully protected once more. We are ready to do paint correction polishing. Thankfully, the paint is in quite good condition, but we want to take care of minor marring and optimize the paint as much as we possibly can to get maximum gloss. Over the years, the tool technology, polishing pads, and polishing compounds have changed radically. So even though this car was polished in 2017 and then covered fully in paint protection film, we're still able to get noticeable improvement out of the paint by using today's latest polishing technologies. Most shops ignore this step to save time and money because the general thought process is putting paint protection film over top, it'll hide some of the marring and light scratches. However, if you're trying to enhance the paint, it will always end up being as good as what the underlining paint is like. Think about it for a second. Why do you think so many dealerships now strongly advise paint protection film on their cars before it's seen and goes to the new owner? Time and time again, we have customers comment on just how much different our jobs look from other places. A quality job always starts with the skills, proper prep, equipment, the facility, products, and never cutting corners, especially on time. Now that the paint is fully polished, everything prepped, we are now ready to install the paint protection film to the entire car. In my mind, it is the only way you can properly protect the paint from sand, gravel, rock chips, maintenance washes, and the possibility of the unexpected incident or something that comes in contact with the painted surfaces. This is what I call bubble wrapping the car. Out of the entire process on this restorative detail, this area takes the longest amount of time, and it's one of the areas that if it isn't done right, will make the job look inferior. This is an area that normally is not done on day-to-day vehicles, but this car has the original windshield and the glass has been protected almost all of its life. And let's be frank, it's something that you can't easily get a replacement done and also has a hefty replacement price. So we go ahead and remove the old windshield protection film, prep the glass again, and install a new film. In my experience with this car, most of the damage comes from other exotic and sports cars throwing rocks and debris with their sticky wide tires when I'm on a charity event or on drives. So this is an added peace of mind and currently the only way to have some level of protection on the windshield. Okay, now we move on to interior detailing and leather protection. This is one of the areas you can normally tell a vehicle's age right away. Most people don't do the proper care and maintenance on the leather interior areas, and this is where you spend 100% of your time when the vehicle is being driven. With this car, it has over 60,000 kilometers, and it's very difficult to get any sort of indication of its age or mileage by looking at the interior. And this is due to using the proper tools, techniques, products, and of course being careful when enjoying and handling the car. We clean all the areas of the interior, getting into the nooks and crannies, using various soft bristle brushes, soft microfiber towels, taking extra care on the speedo cluster and the navigation screen. Then we do a full leather cleaning and conditioning to clean that white stitching and white piping. Using a special leather brush, we clean the grain, the wrinkles, and the creases of this black leather, removing any soiling and shine, restoring it back to a factory matte look once again. Time for reassembly with new grills, logos, many new screws, bolts, nuts, and fasteners to 100% original. In my mind, it is a critical step if you want to achieve maximum results. Because after doing all of this work, all the other areas are going to look new, but you may have an emblem, a fastener, something that stands out and draws your eye and ultimately minimizes some of that final result. In a lot of cases, this is not an expensive step. It will make a world of difference. We now move on to what the industry calls LSP, or last step product. This can be a wax, a paint sealant, or ceramic coating. In this case, there is no other product to be used other than a high-end boutique wax from Swiss Wax. To me, there's nothing that gives that warm, deep, glossy look better than a high percentage Carnauba paste wax. I've been showing award-winning show cars with my father since a very young age and have used thousands of products, and for a situation such as this, it is the only way to go. We use Swiss Wax Obsessed Show Wax that was custom made for Auto Obsessed. The very last step now is final detailing. This is where we go over the entire car, review all the areas, do any final touch-ups as needed to ensure that the finished product meets our extreme standards. The final results are stunning. It truly looks like a brand new car. It brings back memories to the day I bought it. It's just like buying a new car all over again without actually buying one. Who needs a new car when a full restorative detail achieves results like this? Not only does it look fantastic, we've ensured maximum protection and also protecting the investment for years to come. Owning, using, demonstrating, driving, and testing products with this car has been one of the biggest pleasures in founding and growing Auto Obsessed. With all this restorative work completed, I'm speechless. It looks amazing, it looks better than new, and nowhere near what a 16-year-old car with over 60,000 kilometers would look like. It's a true testament to doing the right things for protection, maintenance, and using the car the way it was meant to, driving it on the road. It's ready to go and represent Auto Obsessed for another 16 years. Wow. Thanks for following this project with us. This is a labor of love as much as a showcase of concourse level detailing techniques. If you enjoyed watching the work and seeing the final result, please click the thumbs up to give this video a like. Consider subscribing to Auto Obsessed for more detailing videos like this. All the items we used in this restorative detail are available online and in store at autoobsessed.com. Check us out for purchasing detailing tools and supplies, and thank you for watching.